don't forget to like and subscribe.
Hello there. All right, this book, Awaken Online Inferno, is the completion of the Tarot trilogy, which is basically the. I gotta say, I enjoy the series. I really do. It was very predictable because in college I wrote a story basically where a character puts his AI into the game to assist him. I got to say, I'm not a big fan of how characters were introduced and then forgotten. Like, at the very end of the last book, he basically meets a soldier whose life he saves, who disappears throughout this entire book. I kept thinking they were going to reference him or have him pop up or have Finn remember his name and him just be more honored at it. Just because here they end basically the last book showed that I know he was a minuscule character. He was there only for a bit, but he was a named character. He was saved by Finn and promised to have his back. They had agents now in the city, which served no purpose because book 3 came around and they were all dead. So they were all transformed into, yeah. But the one thing I gotta say I didn't like is the whole lack of information that escaped. You introduced, someone took a picture showing Finn conquering the city, yet he did nothing with it. I mean, with how, sure, you can take down things, but it's impossible to hunt down every image in every site. Yes, there are image tracking softwares, but still, there is the original footage, and you couldn't have taken it from it. There are a lot of little things that bother me, especially with the ending of this book, because they made it seem like, oh, we're going to pretend like we don't exist. We're going to hack into every software and remove it from the database. And it's just like, no, why not just downplay everything? It would have made more sense to just downplay everything. Use your footage, but footage that seemed less important, that seemed less interesting. Because having completely no footage would have made people more interested as to, oh, there's a new Avatar city, and yeah, I don't know. I do enjoy the book. It's just that one thing kind of bothered me, but I really do like the writing style. It's really taken a while for me to. I'm wondering if it was the fact that he just started. Travis Bagwell had just started, because ever since like Dominion or Apathy, really, I've been really getting into the books more and more. It seems like there is much more at stake. I am enjoying the characters much more. No one seems to be constantly whining, the way Jason did in the very beginning. So I definitely recommend this series, the entirety of this Awaken Online, because it does all relate to one another. You can't really just go through one series or one well, I guess you could go through Tarot. I always forget how to say that. Tarot. The Tarot books, the Tarot trilogy. Yeah, you could go through that and be okay, but it's just like they introduce so much other things from the world, which honestly I do enjoy. It's so, but it's the books are getting thicker and thicker and thicker, and it's just getting a lot to read. What was the last side quest? Happy is like I don't know. I'm terrible at gauging, but yeah, I have that one that I need to go through as well. Oh, yeah, definitely recommend them. It does take a while if you're like me to get into it, because it seems like the writing style. I think they just need to be re-edited. I think they might have been, because the covers look different for the newer versions than when I originally got the book. But yeah, Awaken Online. Inferno, yes, there's an issue just because they name-dropped characters in the beginning, or last book, that just disappeared all entirely. Yes, they introduced death and everything, but it's just like, you don't name a character if you don't do anything with them. At least that's how I feel. If you name a character, they have to have some kind of importance, not if not really to this story, but the world in general. And it just seems like he was a nameless guard at the end of the whole thing. But yes, the story is good. It's basically him. It's a dungeon crawl, which becomes a conquering of a city. I preferred book 2 the most because the whole thing was entirely a dungeon crawl, and I liked that aspect. And then it turned into a dungeon crawl slash guild raid. Yeah, what is it when 2 guilds attack? Yeah, but it was still a very good book, still very enjoyable, still predictable, I guess. But it is fun to go through and see how the magic system really works now that he's gotten a chance to flesh it out. Yeah. Awaken Online Inferno. I gotta sneeze right now. Thank you all for watching. Talk to you next time. Toodles!